Hello everyone, this is Agustin Minter from the Business Intelligence Agency. So this is the 36th part of the tutorial, and this part of the tutorial, of course it is the 36, but part B, 36B of the tutorial. And in this part of the tutorial, we're gonna continue from where we left. We're talking about account stroke users. We had created a user account and tried to log in without user account. But as we tried to log in, we were prompted with the message that you cannot log in because that user did not have a role, was not assigned a role. So that initiates our topic of conversation. So what is a role? A role is simply what a person or the title of a person that person is supposed to do in an organization. For example, in an organization, we may have a role of a finance manager. We may have a role of a human resource manager. We may have a role of an accountant. We may have a role of a clerk. We may have a role of a sales agent. So those are basically roles. So by default, at the Business Intelligence Agency, there's one role that is assigned to the person who signs up with an account. So the default role is the super user role. So super user role is a role that contains everything, that contains full control that a user can access while logging in. So we can decide to create another role in organization. Apart from the default super user account, you can decide to create another role known as a salesperson. So this is a role called a salesperson that we have decided to add in our organization. Apart from the default role, which one is the super user role. After the super user role is a role that contains everything, contains all the privileges. Everything that can be done in this information system is contained in the super user role. But apart from the default super user role, we've decided to create another role known as a salesperson role. So previously we were prompted that user that we created, Tom Cruise, could not log in because Tom Cruise was not assigned a role. Okay, I want us to do something. Let us now come and try and assign this user, Tom Cruise, this role, salesperson. So come to assign roles to users, Tom Cruise is a salesperson, then save. So if you can remember, we tried to log in with the account of Tom Cruise, but we were told that Tom Cruise could not be logged in because Tom Cruise lacked a role. But for now, we've assigned Tom Cruise a role. So let us play this game. I want us to log out from this information system, then try and log in back again, then sign in with the username and password of Tom Cruise. Because right now, Tom Cruise have been assigned a role. Let us see what happens. So the password of the username was Tom Cruise was the phone number, which was 2547 6633. Default password was 4 zeros. Yeah. Oh, there's another error. You cannot access your host business resources. Your role has not been assigned. Your role has not been assigned modules. For inquiries, contact your administrator. So right now, we're not getting a different message. Tom Cruise cannot log in now, not because Tom Cruise does not have a role, but because Tom Cruise role because the role that Tom Cruise has been assigned has got no any specific modules. So this one takes us at the end of this tutorial. Let us meet next and talk about how to assign modules to roles. Thank you all. Let us meet next time.